I appreciate the Canadian tuxedo. I'm from Canada originally, so
yes. So that I knew you were coming. I wore this for you.
Oh my gosh, I appreciate you so much. Your buddy's back. CM Punk is back in WWE. Did you expect this to happen?
No, nobody did. I never thought I'd see him here again, based on all the history and the animosity that was going on between him and the company, and the past that he had taken and all that. It's great. It's great to see him back. And I just told them this on Busted Open Radio, and I told Punk this the other day. Literally every time I see him, he comes around the corner, I just start smiling. I'm happy to see him. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what? And I told him, I said, you know what? One of these days, I'm gonna get used to seeing you around, and I'm not gonna pop every time you come around the corner. But not today. I'm genuinely happy for him. He's in a great place. So. When you see someone kind of overcome the struggle that they've been through, you see the journey that they're going through, like the hardships, and you see them kind of come out on top, it's a beautiful thing, So
that moment where he's like, Jamaican me crazy, I don't do that thing anymore. That's so funny how so many people have been like, where'd your accent go?
I know, yeah. Even still to this day, did you forget to talk like that? We'll never know. I'll never tell. But I will say, so at the time, myself and Santino we were the only ones who knew what it was like to have that accent on at all times. Because we were told that we had to, all the interviews that we did had to be with the accent on. Magazine interviews, WWE Magazine, where they're writing stuff down. And the people who are conducting the interviews know that I am not Jamaican, but I have to speak like I'm Jamaican, and then you got to write it down. It's just, this weird thing. And to not have to do that anymore, me and Santino would be just talking to each other man, can you believe that we have to talk we have to? It was a hardship that only he and I could understand. So I'm
able to just flick it on like that?
Anytime I can flip it on, Kofi Kingston from Kingston, Jamaica, I still got it in me. You know what I'm saying? Any given time me come back to the island, Any given time I can flip in and out of it. It never left me, It's a part of me. It's a part of me. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the process, Yeah.
The New Day became what it is now. It's unbelievable. But what was the original pitch for the New Day?
The original pitch for the New Day was for us to be almost like three disgruntled employees that were going to come together and take our aggression out on the entire roster. We wanted to be guys that were upset with where they were in their careers. For me, I was a guy who was going to be happy-go-lucky, do a bunch of high-flying moves and go lose a match. E was at the time kind of floundering, going back and forth, Woods never got a chance to get off the ground. So collectively, we were going to be three guys that came together, and now because we are stronger as a unit, we are able to overcome anything. And that's kind of what happened, but it wasn't quite the path that we anticipated taking. But
the path with trombones and pancakes and bootios
and gospel, and that was the thing too, was that so Big E was doing that whole preacher gimmick. So at the time it was okay, E, we want you guys to preach as well. I don't really go to church. Woods is not a church goer either, so it's okay, now we got to go out there and do what we do. But we believed in ourselves to the point where we said, you can give us anything, and we'll take whatever you give us, and we'll make it into something entertaining, because we believe in our chemistry. And sure enough, lo and behold, that's exactly what happened.
And that turned into KofiMania. I was there, WrestleMania 35, man. If that place had a roof, it would have been blown off.
Yeah, man, it's an honor to, even still, all these years later, it's been 4 years, right? 4 years?
It'll be 5 this year.
5 years this year, oh my God. But it still feels like yesterday, because there are still people that will message me on social media about how much that moment influenced them and how much it meant to them. And they were in the bars crying, and it was a very emotional moment. And for me to be at the center of it, it really just means the world. So I'll always hold that special moment in my heart. One of the highlights of my career for sure.
I know that plans change a lot in this world. I'm sure it was on and off. You're going to win, you're not going to win, you're going to win. When was the final decision made that, yeah, you're going to be the guy?
So I don't know when the decision was actually made, but I would say I didn't believe it until I was about to walk out. Because there have been times where we've had matches, and then before you walk out, oh, we're going to change the finish, we're going to do this. So I fully thought, I didn't want to let myself get emotionally, attached to what this moment, my childhood dream coming true, because I felt at any given moment it could be taken away. So it wasn't until they started playing the package and they're showing the road there, and I'm just getting goosebumps. I'm almost starting to cry, I'm oh my God, it's actually happening. I don't know when the actual decision was made, but I sure am glad that they actually decided to go with what the people wanted, because there have been a lot of times where like the people would want something, and then for whatever reason we don't go that route. Now it's an exciting time with WWE because you're seeing again with like Punk, bringing him back. The people wanted him to be back, and we actually gave the people what they wanted.
LA Knight.
LA Knight, you know what I mean? Like, obviously the people wanted him to be in that top tier role. He's doing his thing now, you know? So I think that for us to like take the standpoint of listening to what the people want has been amazing. You know, it just feels like we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Well, they told me to keep this under 5 minutes. That's exactly what we did. Congratulations on all of your success.
Hey, likewise.
Thank
too,
you.
Man. You're doing a great job interviewing people and getting the best out of them and making them feel comfortable and just having a great presence on the podcast form. You know, I really enjoy all the clips that I see of you.
We're going to have you in the studio, so
for sure,
let's
man.
make it happen.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.